That's right. Miss Liz is back, and it is time for Miss Liz's Tea Time, where stories become movements, transformation is sparked, and healing happens through powerful storytelling and words. This season on Tea Time with Miss Liz, you will hear all different types of perspectives through guests on my podcast, voices that will inspire, challenge, and open hearts. Join us live every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be streaming across Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and more. Take a seat at the table, subscribe, share, and be a part of a story that truly matters. A voice, a time, and a difference of serving the TEE as we transcend, embrace, envision of making a difference one cup of tea at a time. Well, welcome, guys. Guess who's back? Miss Liz. That's right. I am back, and I have a few surprises. So this afternoon, we're just going to give you a little bit of insight on how this season's going to work. Some new disclaimers, some new reasoning why I have the guests that are coming back. We have some new faces, some old faces, some golden heart surprises. We have a lot of good stuff. So we're going to be getting some notes. You're going to see some papers flying around. You're going to see Miss Liz doing a little bit of different. But I really want to get out on why I took a break and why Miss Liz decided to come back. So I took a break of 8 months, and I wasn't sure I'd ever come back to podcasting world, but I had a lot of people that were pushing me and encouraging me and telling me to, maybe think about coming back. So that's what I did is I thought about it. I was maybe so, flip a coin here. Yes, no, maybe so, catch a nigger by the toe. You know what I mean? And no offense to that word. We grew up saying that. So again, I don't want to offend anybody out there. So let's get into why Miss Liz decided to come back. Well, I decided to come back for my own mental health. As you know, mental health is a roller coaster. It's up, it's down, it's inside, and it's out. And, we really got to start being real and raw. Mental health is not going anywhere, guys. And Miss Liz is not going to go anywhere. I really reflected a lot, and I've been doing affirmations since the beginning of the year, every single day. You got to stay consistent. You got to stay determined, and you got to believe in yourself. And you got to keep pushing through those hard times. So that's what I want to do is I want to show everybody that we can continue to move on and carry on and just be ourselves, be real, be raw. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to laugh, laugh. If you need to get frustrated, get frustrated. Let's have some squeezy balls, stress balls, all of that good stuff. So I want to get into the disclaimer. So we're going to share the disclaimer. As you've seen, the intro video is different and new. I'm not going to be playing the same song for Tea Time with Miss Liz. I think it's time to refresh ourselves. So in the next video tonight at 7, when I have my first guest, Jim Price, you'll see similar to what you just seen in the intro, but you're going to hear the song that my son wrote. A little tidbit of it. So I wanted to really bring in the personal touch of this season. We do have a full booked lined up guests coming to you. I'm working really hard behind the scenes to get you some really incredible topics and books and services out there. So everyday people that might be just walking across the street that you may not know that they've written a book or they have a program, they have a service, or they're a recovering addict or survivor of abuse or grief or all of that stuff. So I really want to stay with all of the stuff that I have gone through myself, and I really want to be real and raw with all of you guys out there. Miss Liz is not okay, but I am fine. So let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real with everybody this year. So let's give you the new disclaimer. So the new disclaimer this year that I'll be reading before all episodes is as follows. Miss Liz's Tea Time is a global platform dedicated to sharing real life stories, diverse perspectives, and meaningful conversations that inspire awareness, healing, and connection. Miss Liz is going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment during the live broadcast, please grant StreamYard permission to display your name at StreamYard.com. Please be advised that all content brought forward during any Tea Time show is presented in good faith. However, discussions may include opinions, beliefs, and necessarily represent the views of Miss Liz or the Tea Time platform. Information shared by guests is based on their own experiences and is perceived to be accurate at the giving time of airing. All guests, viewers, and participants are responsible for using their good own judgment when considering any action or discussions that may relate to the discussions. Some episodes may cover sensitive topics, including but not limited to trauma, abuse, grief, mental health, and other emotional triggering subjects. Listeners and viewers' discretion is strongly advised. Tea Time with Miss Liz is an open discussion forum designed to offer insight, inspire awareness, and create connection. It is not a substitute for professional, medical, legal, or therapeutical advice. If you require professional support, please seek assistance from qualified professionals or trusted resources in your area. If you have any questions regarding this disclaimer or the content of the discussions, you are welcome to contact me, aka Miss Liz, directly at bookingmissliz@gmail.com or visit my link tree at Miss Liz's Tea Times. By choosing to participate in comments on or view these live shows, you acknowledge and accept this disclaimer. Your participation is entirely voluntarily. Miss Liz welcomes you to join the conversation with an open heart, and if at any time you feel this platform is not right for you, I respect those wishes and your decision and welcome you back whenever you are ready. Tea Time with Miss Liz is serving truth and awareness one cup at a time. That is the new disclaimer for 2025. We do have 75 tea times booked. That's right, Miss Liz just books it really hard. So we're going to start off with some really incredible guests in August. You'll see why I have the guests. I'm going to be sharing that in a few moments. If you have any comments, questions, or you'd like to join Miss Liz on Tea Time and share your story, share your book, your services, programs, movies, any of that stuff, you may reach out to me at bookingmissliz@gmail.com and let's get you on here. This platform is to get education out there. And education doesn't mean a classroom education. It means educational life skills, life experiences, life patterns, generational cycles. We want to really get the real hard truth out there. We really want to do different. Like I said, 8 months I took for myself in self-care for mental health reasons and personal reasons. And I really thought really hard and deep on why I wanted to come back. In the podcasting world, we need authenticity. We need real raw content, not just interviews. We need people that are actually enjoying themselves, wanting to come back. As you'll see this year, there's a lot of returning guests that are coming back. They have new books, new services, new awards, all of that stuff. We want to celebrate those wins, big or small. Getting out of bed with mental illness is a win. So let's start celebrating getting out of bed, taking a shower. All of those little things is what I really want to do. I'm going to be trying to get onto different platforms. I'm working with a different bunch of collaborators and content creators. We're going to be doing a lot of difference this year on Tea Time with Miss Liz. So if you want to leave any comments, questions, any of that good stuff, or you want to just stay anonymous, you can send Miss Liz a direct message on my Facebook page, and I will keep your name private, but I will get your questions and comments out there as well if they're related to the discussion. I like to stay focused with my guests because that's their time to shine. My listeners, you can go to Miss Liz's Tea Time on my YouTube channel, and you can listen to all of these incredible tea times at your own pace, at your own time. So I really want to focus on my guests. I do different, and I get different results. I know my listening audience is there, and I know that you enjoy the way that Miss Liz serves because it's different. So I want to give you a little bit of insight on what we're going to be doing for August. So August, we have a couple of blank spots. You'll notice that on the flyers, and this year you'll see less flyers. Miss Liz put a lot of work into all of my flyers. I create everything. I am a one-man team. I have nobody doing edits, nobody doing video for me. None of it. It's all done by myself. So I overworked myself and I burnt myself out. I'm being real and honest with all of my listeners and all my supporters out there. So less is more. And sometimes, you know what, less gets better results. So that's what I'm going to be doing this year, is less is more. So you'll see one flyer of all of my guests. You'll see a little bit of intro on their flyers, a little bit of their bios, but we're not going to put a full bio on the flyer. We're going to give you a little bit of detail, a little bit of place to check out. If you want to know more information, you can always reach out to me. If you have any questions or anything like that as well. If you have incredible events that are coming up and you would like me to share them and they're related to the topics or stuff that are on Teatime, please do that as well, because this is a platform for collaboration, connection, and community. Community is not just local, it's worldwide. So no matter what country you're in, Miss Liz is here to support you. We really got to start supporting our brothers and sisters across the globe to make a difference. So you'll see some papers flying this year. You'll see that the background is a little different. Miss Liz is actually getting rid of all of her tea stuff. As much as it's close to my heart, change is good. And the teapots are finding good homes. Miss Liz is making sure that whoever is getting them, they're going to be loved. So yes, it's hard for me. It's a lot of adjustments for me. But I want my listeners to know that change is good too. And uncomfortable means growth. When you're comfy, you're not growing. You're not watering seeds. So I'm going to get really uncomfortable this year. I'm really going to get deep and raw. You're going to see some tears from Miss Liz. You're going to see some laughter. You're going to see some bloopers. You're going to see it all. Miss Liz is going to keep it really raw. You may see me drinking juice. You may see me drinking water. You may see me drinking coffee. It's not about the beverage, guys. Teatime was never about the beverage. It was about your story. It was about what was in your cup, how you serve humanity. That's what Teatime is about. I was given a cup of tea at the age of 4 by my Oma, and it wasn't the beverage. It was how I looked within myself. How was I going to survive what I went through? How was I going to make a difference in my future? Was I going to play the victim, or was I going to take the pain and turn it into purpose? I chose to take the pain and turn it into purpose. And that's why Teatime is the way it is. It's been running since 2015. It's had community events. It's gone virtual. It's gone one-on-one. It's gone to in-house tea parties. I have people that come to Cornwall and they're like, can you just come and have a cup of tea? Sure. And then we'll dress up and we'll have a cup of tea and pots and stuff like that. So Teatime is really different, guys. And Teatime is a gathering. It's bringing people together. It's bringing community together. It's bringing voices together. And that's what I want to do. So you're going to see a lot of authors. You're going to see a lot of different genres, a lot of different flavors, a lot of different events and people that you would have been like, how did Miss Liz get that person? Well, Miss Liz worked for it. I emailed. I stayed up late. I did the paperwork. There's a lot that you don't see with podcasting. It's not just like camera and action. It's a lot of work. And you have to be really consistent. So in August, you're going to see some little spots on the flyer. You're going to see some golden hands. So with the golden hands is what represents the golden heart. We all have a golden heart within ourselves. We all have a story. We all have something that has changed our life and made a difference. So I want you all to just take your hands and hold your heart, because that's where we're going to go this year. We're going to take heart. We're going to take purpose. We're going to take pain. We're going to take stories, and we're going to make a beautiful cup, a beautiful inner cup of ourselves. If any of the tea times resonate with you this year, share them. Share them with a family member. Share them with a friend. Share them with a coworker, a classroom. Miss Liz is still working on getting her books into the classrooms, bringing the TEE, the TEA. And for everyone that is paying attention and who might know a little bit about different languages, TEE is still T. It's German. And you all know where my Oma came from. She came from Germany. So we're still keeping the touch. We're just playing with letters, playing with words, playing with stories. We're just having fun. We're doing those rabbit holes. I really want to give a shout out to Gregory's Children's and Youth Organizations for all of your support in the last year, maybe longer. You guys have really supported Miss Liz, and I want to just give you a shout out for that. And for all of the people that watch in the back, and are scared to say, you know what, I watch Miss Liz. Don't be scared. It's okay. Miss Liz is a Miss Liz is Miss Liz. You know, and it's okay to listen. And you don't have to agree with Miss Liz. You don't have to like Miss Liz. You can just say, you know what is she up to now? You know, I'll keep you on your toes. That's just who I am. Uh, you know, I'm not here to impress. I'm not here for numbers. I'm not here for followers. I'm here to make a difference. So if one person listens to a tea time, that one person has made a difference. If 20 people listen to tea time, those 20 people have made a difference. That's how it works, guys. Because a lot of the numbers that we see in today's world with influencers and content creators, they're bots, they're trolls. Let's be honest, you know? And are they really following our content, or are they bashing our content? Are they secretly going and undermining our content? You know what I mean? So let's keep it real. So you'll see Miss Liz's numbers go up, go down, because Miss Liz is cleaning house. I'm taking trolls out. I'm taking bots out. I'm taking those people out so that I have room for real, authentic people. Numbers mean nothing to me. People mean a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. So if you truly enjoy Miss Liz's content and you truly enjoy this platform, I want you to hear Miss Liz. I want you to hear my guest, because it's not about Miss Liz. It's about the stories. It's about the teas. Just like my Oma gave me at 4, it's about the cup and how we serve. So it's not a look at me, look at me, look at me platform. It's it's my time to shine. So now I want to give you a little bit about who's coming to the table in August. Well, we start tonight, and we start with a favor. And I don't know why, but I have this crush on this purple snail. If everybody knows, in season 4, I met this incredible man named Jim Price, and he wrote this children's book, Harold in the Hood. And I swear, if I was a cartoon character, I would date Harold. I've told Jim this many a times. I don't know. I just think he's the cutest thing. He's got the cutest little running shoes. He's got the little glasses. He's got attitude. He's got spice. And Miss Liz would date him. So Harold, if Miss Liz ever turns into a cartoon, guess what? Miss Liz is going to ask you out. That's just who Miss Liz is. So we're going to start with in August. We're brewing powerful conversations, golden heart surprises, and transformational stories that you don't want to miss. Um, Again, after taking 8 months for myself, I'm realizing that my mental health is not going anywhere. You guys are going to see Miss Liz still go up and go down. So why pause? Why give up on myself when I myself always say serve and believe in yourself? So that's what I'm doing. So I'm back for that. So August 5th, tonight at 7 p.m. That's right, tonight at 7, we have returning guest Jim Price. And his topic is empowering kids through stories of diversity, friendships, and growth. And I wanted to share a little bit of why I'm inviting Jim back. Jim Price reminds me why we must never stop investing in our children. His stories of empowering kids through diversity and friendship reflect the seeds of change I believe in planting. And Miss Liz talks about this a lot, planting seeds. You got to plant the seeds so that we can water to grow. That's how community is built, by planting one seed at a time. Um, and then we're going to get into August 7th at 3 p.m. August 7th at 7 p.m. We have 2 incredible guests. In the afternoon, we have Debbie Dobin. She's from Rock Bottom to Radiant Wealth, Awakening Your Inner Billionaire. So a little bit about Debbie. Debbie embodies the power of rising from rock bottom and creating a life of wealth, not just in finances, but in spirit. Her journey inspires anyone who has felt broken to stand back up stronger. Remember, financing is not always currency. Financing is investing in yourself, investing in your mental health, investing in your self-care, investing in your family, your community, investing in your dreams and goals. That's what investment is truly about. And then we get into Glenda Beneville's. I hope I'm saying it right. And I wanted Glenda back. And Glenda was supposed to be back in season 5, but a lot of things happened because guess where Glenda was? She was at the Grammys. That's right. So we couldn't get her on because she was actually at the Grammys. She was a Grammy nominator for an award. Um, she's a Grammy nomination, global impact and empowerment through music. She's the badass warrior. We're going to talk about that. We're going to, some stuff will be bleep, bleep, bleep because we do adult content on here. Like I said in the disclaimer, we do have some topics that might be touchy. So if this platform is not made for you, I will not be offended if you need to leave. Glenda brings a golden vibration to this platform. Through her music and advocacy, she touches lives globally, reminding me that creativity and empowerment go hand in hand. Also, Glenda is going to be talking about planting a tree. That's right, Glenda has a new release, and for everybody that buys Glenda's new song, you plant a tree. So, see, we're planting seeds, we're planting trees, we're planting lives, we're planting stories. And that's what we want to do. So, Glenda's going to talk about that a little bit on the 7th at 7 p.m. So, you want to check that one out. And then we have some incredible guests on the 12th and the 14th because Miss Liz is doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. But if you do not see a show at 3 p.m. or 7 p.m., do not think that Miss Liz has disappeared. It's just because Miss Liz wants to show that you can show up by not showing up, if that makes any sense to anybody who's listening. For my listeners out there, again, less is more. And that's where the golden hearts will come in. If you don't see a guest or you see a golden heart, it's because Miss Liz wants to let people just pop in. That means you, the audience. That means you, the listeners. If you want to pop in, you want to come and just talk with Miss Liz, we're going to have some pop-in time. If you have some questions, some Q&R, all of that stuff, we're just going to have some pop-ins. So don't be surprised if you don't see a tea time. And if Miss Liz is not here at 3 and 7, guess what? Miss Liz is recharging. And that's the message I want to give to my listeners. Recharge, reflect, release. The 3 words my Oma gave me. Then on the 12th, we have Tara Hodgins, and then we have Linda Williams coming in. And I want to thank all of the incredible guests that are coming to the table. As you may see, we have a lot of guests that are coming in August from Mickey Mickelson from Creative Edge. I met Mickey 4 years ago, and we've been working together and getting different authors out there, different clients out there through my platform, and I really enjoyed that collaboration with Mickey. So check out Creative Edge as well. If you're looking for a guest for your podcast, because Mrs. likes to share, reach out to Mickey. Mickey's the man. Check his team out. He has an incredible team that he works with as well. So for in the afternoon on the 12th, we have Tara, and she's going to be talking about navigating adolescence in the age of social media. Now, a little bit on why I wanted Tara. Tara brings a timely voice to the challenge our youths face today. As someone who cares deeply about the future, her perspective is both necessary and close to her heart. Social media is really playing a toll on our children, especially adolescents in today's world. So we really want to get that out there. And she has an incredible book, so we'll be talking about that as well. In the evening, we have, I don't believe, Tara, I have in the evening. In the afternoon, I have no one. That's a blank spot, so that's a pop-in. Then on the 14th, we have Linda Williams in the afternoon. And then we have Mark, let me see here. We got Mark Morton in the evening. So Mark's topic is the cupboard love, savoring stories, world, and history. We talk about all of the stuff. See, Miss Liz is bringing education in a different way. And the reason that I wanted Linda to come, Linda speaks to the raw truth of grits and grace. Her willingness to share her story reflects the courage I ask every guest to bring to the table. Mark's work blends language, culture, and history in a way that reminds me why stories matter. His passion for uncovering the beauty in the words and the tales that carry speaks to my own beliefs that storytelling is a bridge between the past and present, between people and purpose. As you can see, everything aligns with Miss Liz. Some guests will have different genres in their books, but their message aligns with Miss Liz's platform. Um, then we jump to the 19th. We have one guest in the evening. We have Doug Smith, and we have a Golden Heart. So we have something coming on the 19th in the afternoon. You'll have to stay tuned for that. There'll be little tidbits and stuff like that throughout the month as well. So pay attention to that. Also, if you're an active listener of Miss Liz's Tea Time, you'll see that I will be wearing different colors. Those colors represent my guests. I like to honor my guests and respect them. And that is one of their questions that they get asked is what their favorite color is. So you can see that Miss Liz is wearing blue. So tonight, Jim Price is on. So that is his favorite color. There's going to be reasons why I'm wearing the colors as well. And for my listeners to pay attention to see, because there's going to be quizzes and there's going to be giveaways. There's going to be stuff because Miss Liz is also working on an e-commerce dropshipping business that will be launching soon. I'm hoping in the fall it will be all good to go with over 100 different products that I've created all by myself because I want to show people that you can create your own and you can make a difference. So we have fashion, we have candles, we have scarves, we have things that Miss Liz enjoys that I know that other people can enjoy as well. We have notebooks. We have lots of stuff. There's lots coming. I've been really busy. As much as I said I took 8 months off for self-care, Miss Liz took off 8 months of what can we do? How can we change it? How can we bring a difference? You'll see the new logo has also been in there. I wanted to represent my Oma. So my Oma is the lady in the back in the burgundy. I am the young girl, the little girl that she gave the tea to, and the golden heart is us joining together and having that time together. So if you have a story of your first tea time with your grandma or your grandpa or your dad or your mom and you'd like to share it with Miss Liz, let's get those stories in and let's see if we can maybe collaborate and put a book together, put some recipes together. We just don't know where Miss Liz is going to go. There's lots of doors for opportunities and stuff like that. So on the 19th, we have Doug Smith coming in, and he's going to be talking about the path of rocks and thorns. Doug's journey through justice reform is powerful because it embodies the courage to stand against systems that need change. His story reflects my own commitment to giving voice to those often silenced and to creating spaces where hope can grow even through the hardest thorns. I really want to get those hard stories out there because those hard stories make a difference. If you're feeling alone, especially if you're living with mental illness or grief or abuse, you're coming through abuse, you really feel alone at times. So these stories will really resonate with you. And then we jump into the 21st at 3 p.m. We have Nancy Langram, How to Stay Married and Love It. Marriage is hard, guys. It's not just I do, I love you. It's a lot of work. You got to put the work in there. There's ups, there's downs at the roller coaster. It's like mental illness, right? Marriage it's hard. I myself was married for many years and I got divorced. And did I ever grieve my divorce? I don't think so. So maybe that's something Miss Liz needs to work on. Maybe that's a topic we need to bring to the table. The grief of divorce. So those are things. Relationships are really hard for Miss Liz because I've been betrayed a lot by people who should have supported me and loved me. So we're going to get some of that topic out there as well. If you go back and you check on season 3 and 4, I have a lot of relationship coaches on there. If you'd like and need any coaching, you can check out those guests and reach out to them. They have services as well. We have Linda and Charlie Bloom. Judy and Barry as relationship coaches. We have Lisbeth and Freddie, sex and intimacy, because a lot of people don't know what intimacy is. Sex is not just, it's not true intimacy. If you want, you can check out all of that as well. Like I said, there's different topics that I bring to the table. And some topics is like, oh my God, how did you do that? I just do it. And I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm not here to upset anybody. I'm just here to get the information out there that is so needed. Um, then we have Pat Black Gold in the evening, and honoring history and inspiring humanity. Humanity is really important to myself. Um, so what Nancy in the afternoon, she brings communication, connection, and lasting love. Nancy's message about building love that lasts through connection and communication is close to my heart. Love is the foundation of all healing, and her insights bring hope to relationships struggling to find their way back to one another. Also, Nancy's going to talk about skydiving on her 80th birthday. Um, would Miss Liz ever skydive? No. Maybe if somebody blindfolds me and throws me out of a plane, maybe that'll be the way I do. But besides that, no, I'm not jumping out of a plane. But we'll be talking about that. We're going to bring in some humor and stuff that as well. With Pat Black in the evening, she's going to be honoring history and inspiring humanity. Pat brings stories that honor the past while inspiring the present. Her work is a reminder that we must learn from history to create a better humanity. Her voice enriches the conversations with compassion, diversity, and remembrance. Uh, Diversity and inclusion really mean a lot to me because we're not spreading diversity and inclusion in a good way. We are actually dividing instead of collaborating. Um, I don't know why we're doing it. We're speaking of diversity and inclusion, but we're not doing it. We're doing the opposite. Pay attention, guys. Really pay attention. A lot is going on in the world today, not just in Canada, not in the US, but worldwide. Inclusion and diversity really needs to come together so that our communities can really get stronger. Um, then we have Pat Black. I just talked about Pat. So again, we're going to have on the 26th, we have Golden Heart surprises and guests. These episodes are my gift to listeners. Surprises carry magic because they show up where they're last expected, just like healing often does. These moments will be filled with raw conversations and heartfelt revelations with that only surprise can bring. Um, we're going to bring some faith. Uh, I know those are topics that are touchy for some people, but you know what? We all have different faiths and different beliefs. And we need to say, you know what? Your belief is different than mine, and actually have a clean debate without being aggressive with each other, without saying my faith is better than your faith, my country is better than your country. We got to stop that. We got to start coming together. We got to start uniting one another. Uh, on the 28th, I'm going to get a little emotional. Like I said, some tears. On the 28th, I am blessed and honored to give time and space to my daughter. My daughter is coming to the table and she's sharing her story on motherhood. She's sharing her story on finding her faith and finding her journey and finding her voice. You see, Miss Liz, is not about me. My children have a story too, and their story matters. And that's the message I want to give out to all the mothers out there, all the fathers out there, all of the guardians out there. Children have stories too. And they might upset us, they might surprise us, but that's their story to tell. So on the 28th, I have Natalie McDonald. That's right. She's not a Gagnon anymore. She got married last year, guys. She's a McDonald, and she's my daughter. And I am so proud of that little girl. She has come a long way, and she is a beautiful mother. So I am honored to have her. And her topic is a daughter story. Our daughters and sons have stories too. Um, on this episode of my daughter, it is profoundly personal to me, and I am opening that to all of my listeners. Um, Having my daughter share her story on my platform is an honor beyond words. It's about family truth and strength that flows between generations when we face life's challenging challenges together. We have had a hard relationship, me and my daughter, and she'll share that. And she'll share how my work has encouraged her to share her story and how it's kept her to stay strong and how to be a mom. As much as we think some of our kids are like, oh my God, mom doesn't get it, you know what? Mom does get it. Got to pay attention, guys. Even when they're adults, they still need us. So don't give up on your children. Then we're wrapping it up with an incredible man who I had on my radio show. That's right, I had a radio show years ago. And on my Teatime. And I'm honored to have Doug Lawrence back. That man means a lot to me. He's not just a guest, he's a friend. He's a supporter. And that's what Miss Liz does is I don't just have guests. I create relationships with my guest. Before, during, and after, they know that Miss Liz has their back. They know that if they have something coming up and they need it to be shared, Miss Liz will share it for them. If they need a call at 2 a.m, Miss Liz is there, just like they are for me. I have incredible, incredible guests who have become friends and family. Doug Lawrence brings Grief, the Silent Pandemic, his new book, Healing Through Grief and Mentorship. We're going to talk about mentorship and leadership and that, all that good stuff. Doug's Healing Through Grief and Mentorship. Grief is a silent pandemic, and Doug's work is guiding others through it to resonate deeply with my mission to heal through connection. His presence reminds us that mentorship and support can turn into purpose. I really am honored and blessed to have these incredible 12 guests. We have some golden surprises. We have a lot of good stuff. We have a full plate, but that doesn't mean that there's not room for you. If you really want to have your story shared, your work shared, personal stories shared. You don't have to be an author. You don't have to have a business. If you just have a personal story of overcoming something and you just like to have your voice heard, reach out to me at my email at bookingmissliz@gmail.com, and we will see what we can do to get you out there. Again, remember that Teatime is being seen on over 90 different platforms. Over 66 different podcast apps are playing Miss Liz. Miss Liz is on a bunch of beta platforms as well. A lot of collaboration, a lot of content creating platforms as well. There's a lot of stuff that you guys don't see because Miss Liz likes to keep it private. And I like to keep my life private for a reason, because we share too much. And when you share too much, stuff happens. You go down rabbit holes that you don't want to go down. So I want to remind everybody that every single guest this August touches a different part of my heart: history, justice, love, grief, and the beauty of words. They bring wisdom that aligns perfectly with my vision to create spaces where conversations become catalysts for change. This August, I'm not just hosting shows, I'm sharing cups of life lessons with all of you. And then there are the golden heart surprises, moments I hold close because they are about connection and the unexpected gifts we receive when we open our hearts. These guests are not just filling slots on a schedule. They are voices of hope, transformation, and strength. They remind me why I do what I do, why Teatime exists. They bring the wisdom, and I bring the space to serve it. This August, every conversation is a healing brew poured from one heart to another. I can't wait to share these moments with all of you. I can't wait to share this platform with you all again to make a difference. Sometimes taking a break is good for all of us. Stepping back and seeing what really matters in life. Teatime is back, stronger than ever. And this month, we're not just serving tea. We're serving transformation, from stories of rising from the ashes to empowering our future generations. August is brewing with change, and keep your heart open because my golden heart surprises are coming when you least expect them. You might see a golden heart and you might think that that's the date that that golden heart is coming, but that's not when it's coming. I'm going to keep you on your toes this year. I'm going to keep you engaged. Um, you know, and I want to also give out, I have another piece of paper here. Let me find the paper where I got to go. Do. Oh, here we go. We got it. We got it. You're going to hear papers moving around this year because Miss Liz has got notes. I do a lot of research, a lot of homework, a lot of um, personal touches to all of it. Um, this year, I want to share with all of you listeners. To encourage engagement, I want to invite listeners to drop questions or reflections during the live show or on social media with hashtags. And when you create a post, I want you to hashtag Miss Liz's Tea. Not the TEA, but the TEE. Um, because the TEE stands for transcend, embrace, envision. Transcend from the past, embrace the present, and envision your future. Because it all works together. We're all in a time machine, guys. Past, present, and future. Whether you're living or you've passed, you all have a past, present, and future. If your loved one has passed away, they still have a future because we're still bringing them up in our conversation. We're still bringing them up at family events, gatherings, stuff like that. The future, it's a time travel machine with Miss Liz. That's the type of tea that I serve. Um, I'm going to drop hints about the Golden Heart surprises without giving too much away. Build up your curiosity. I'm going to invite you to share. Remind listeners to share the live shows with friends who need a dose of empowerment. If a tea time really resonates with somebody close to you or somebody you work with or a community member that you know that is struggling, share a tea time. There is over 400 tea times on Miss Liz's Tea Times YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed to Miss Liz's YouTube channel, run on over there and subscribe to that. Um, if you'd like to know more about Miss Liz, check out Miss Liz's Facebook page, Miss Liz's Tea Times, Making a Difference. You can also check out my other page, Miss Liz Do Different, Get Different Results. There are some incredible schools that are across the globe that are needing school supplies. School is starting. Education is very important to Miss Liz. If you can create school bags, um, uniforms, shoes. I believe one school needs tents because their students are in the direct sunlight. If we can get a store or a business to support, you can always reach out to Miss Liz at bookingmissliz.com and I can connect to those schools. All of the information, I believe I have 9 schools listed there. All the private information is there that you can reach out to the principals of those schools and find out what they're missing. Um, if they have the supplies, if they no longer need them, all of the information is on that page on Do Different, Miss Liz's Do Different, Get Different Results. You'll also see it listed on the college and university platform for the local community area. Miss Liz has put herself out there as well. So you'll see all of the podcast episodes on that as well. Because education is taught in different ways. We learn in different ways. Everybody learns differently. I want to create a call to action. I want to ask all of my listeners to subscribe on any platform that you're listening to Miss Liz on. Share those platforms because that's how we really support one another. If you'd like to make a donation to Miss Liz, you can go on to my website at www.misslizsteatimes.com. $5 donation, $20 donation. Miss Liz does this all pro bono. There's no cost. I don't charge any of my guests for their appearance or anything like that. So if you'd like, and you like the content and all of that, there are bills that Miss Liz still has to pay. Like I said, I'm on over, I believe it's 96 platforms, maybe more. Some of those platforms cost. So in order to keep those stories going and being heard, that comes out of pocket for Miss Liz. So if you feel that you'd like to make a donation, you can do that as well. Again, everything is pro bono. I do not charge for my services. The only thing that I'll be charging for is my books that I've written. And my store, of course, you can buy purchases there, which I'm hoping to have launched by October. It was supposed to be launched in May for my birthday, but we had some buttons and some loopholes that we had to go through, legalizing all that good stuff, exports, imports, we all that good stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind it. So I do have two registered businesses: Miss Liz's Tea Time Tea Parties and Miss Liz's Tea. They are both registered with the Canadian law. They are with the Better Business Bureau. So if you need tax receipts or anything, if you'd like to make a donation, I have my GST number as well. So everything is legal, and I follow the trail of keeping it in line. I am a person that if I wouldn't want it done to me, I wouldn't do it to somebody else. So I know how it feels if you feel like if you're making a donation or you make a donation of supplies for schools and stuff, and you're like, oh, is it really going to them? Um, Reach out to me and I will verify everything with you. I want to set the tone, open with a heartfelt message about why this lineup matters. So every month you'll see why. So I'm going to give you a little bit more insight into my guests and that as well. Um, and you're going to see maybe some little videos pop up and on. You're going to see cartoon characters. Miss Liz has a cartoon character. I am working with AI. Yes, I'm going into the future. And I do pick that AI's brain. And yes, I do have my arguments with AI because you need to still question it. You cannot just allow it to give you the information and say, okay, that's the right information. AI is meant to make errors on purpose so that we keep our minds and our hearts open to question it and to say, you know what, that's not right. That is not um, proper information. Dig deeper. And that's what I'm going to be doing with Tea Time is I'm going to be digging deeper. Um, so you're going to see the past, the present, and the future of Miss Liz. You're going to hear stories of me when I was a little girl. You're going to hear stories of me now as a mom. You're going to hear stories of my future, where I plan on taking all of my business and that. I'm only doing what I know how to do best, and that's being myself, keeping it real, keeping it honest with myself. I have to look at myself in the mirror. I don't have to look at anybody else. So I try my hardest not to let what other people think of me get to me. And if anyone says that they don't, it does happen. You might get a comment. You might get a question where it touches the salt and it burns. Um, so I really want to be real and raw and authentic. Um, Again, I want to thank all of my supporters and all of my guests over the years. Like I said, in the last 5 years, I've served over 400 guests. I've served over 76 different countries, over 150 different topics. Um, so I've really have touched a lot, and they have touched a lot within me too. Um, oh, we have Shadow in the house. So Shadow was the intro of the old Miss Liz Tea Time, but you can hear that still that intro when you listen to all of the previous Tea Times. Like I said at the beginning of the show, this year I am playing the song that my son wrote for me. So you're gonna hear. He's not singing it; he wrote it. So you're gonna hear a little tidbit of what Nico, that's my son, he wrote for me. And you're going to see different branding colors. So you're going to see the gold, the olive green, the mulberry. They all represent different strengths in life. The golden heart, of course, that's where the gold comes in. The olive green represents the seed that we plant within ourselves and others. The mulberry is the fruit that we bear from the seed that we plant. Everything goes from the heart for Miss Liz. Um, Again, I really want to thank everybody. So I will be back at 7 p.m. With my first guest for season 6. That's right. And we have a full house, 75 incredible guests. We might have more if you reach out to Miss Liz, but I want to kind of keep to 75. And I'm working with some incredible people. Like I said, Mickey Mickelson from Creative Edge. Check him out. Check out his clients. He has incredible people. Check his team out. I'm working with Kim Bauer, um, who's working with connections and collaborations. Check out Miss Liz's website, www.misslizsteatime.com. You'll see the collaborations that I have there. I'm working with some still, some I'm not, but you can still check out their platforms. Check out what they're doing. If you need podcasts, I guess, and you've seen somebody that has been on Tea Time in the last 5 seasons, you can reach out to me and I can connect you because that's what I like doing. I really want to connect and collaborate this year. Like I said, over 96 platforms that Miss Liz is on. So I'm doing a lot of work. We have the drop shipping store that is going to be launching in the fall if everything works good, with over 100 different products. Fat and like we have panties, we have swimsuits, we have blankets, wall art, journals. We have it all. Miss Liz has created it all. So a special touch with all of my products. Um, and I dug deep for those 100 products. Um, and we'll see what works. What doesn't work, we'll take out and we'll create and make some more. So there's a lot of stuff coming. I'm also working on a children's book. I'm working on a poetry book. I'm working on mini workbooks, things that have helped me over the years. A lot of things that I really want to mention is I use what helped me to get to where I am today. And I'm still healing, and I'm always going to be healing, and I'm always going to be myself. I really want to just say thank you again to all of my guests that are coming in August, and let's have some fun. Let's really spill some tea. Let's really get the stories out there, and you know what? Let's see where we go, what doors we open this year. Um, I really want to thank you, Shadow, for everything you've done for me. If anybody would like an intro, promo, all of that good stuff, check out Shadow. And Shadow was on season 1. I think he was my 4th guest. I'm trying to think. I've had over 400, so bear with me. But I think he was either my 4th or 5th guest. So you can check out his Tea Time as well. We talked about some of the songs that he's wrote and that. And there's going to be some beta programs, platforms that Miss Liz is going to throw out there that you'll be able to join. And some of those platforms you're able to make income. So you really want to pay attention to what Miss Liz is putting out there this year. I've been working hard on myself, on my mental health, on my grief, and my past trauma. And I'm going to tell everybody straight up, I'm broken and beautiful. And I'm myself because of it all. I'm not here for anybody but the girl in the mirror, Miss Liz. I'm here to get you, that person in the mirror, seen and heard. I really just want to thank everybody. And again, August 28th, when my daughter comes on, it's her birthday. She's going to be double digits. She's going to be 33. And she's sharing her story on motherhood, on how her faith. So again, August is a really special month for me. September is going to be a special month. October, November, December. And again, this year, we're not doing a reunion show because Miss Liz took a lot of time off. If you guys really want a reunion show, you're going to have to let me know. Maybe we might be able to pull it off. But we're going to run straight up until the end of December. And then we'll see where season 7 takes us. Miss Liz is back, and I will be podcasting. You might even see Miss Liz on other podcasts as co-hosts. Those are little tidbits that I'm just giving everybody. I got a full plate, guys, but it's a good full plate. My mental health needs a full plate, a full cup. I work well with a full cup. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Shadow, thank you for your comments. Thank you to Gregory's Children and Youth Organizations. Thank you to all the listeners on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the Facebook, guys. I will be back at 7 p.m. with my first guest for season 6, Jim Price. We're going to talk about Harold and the Hood, some updates. He has a new activity book that I encourage you to get for your children. Bedtime stories. We got a lot of stuff going on this year, so stay tuned for all of that. Um, we want to just let everybody know that if you need help and you feel like you're alone, reach out. Reach out to your community supporters, reach out to services in your area. If you don't know of services in your area or in your country, Miss Liz can help you. Reach out and I will get those numbers for you. I will get those contacts for you because life is hard and heavy. And I'm tired of losing people because people don't know where to go. People don't know if they can get help. We all can get help. We all can make a difference. We all can be that cup. So serve the cup, be the cup, and we will make a difference together, one cup at a time. I'm going to close it up with the little intro video of what we did for 5 seasons, and you're going to hear the full song that my son played. So I'm going to say goodbye and let you guys enjoy that. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for all your comments. I really support you guys all. And enjoy as my son created this beautiful song for his mom, which we listen to when we go for a drive. And you can see all of the collaborators and all of that good stuff. So enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys all at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Jim Price for the first Tea Time of Season 6.
I want to share a moment, just a second if you will, maybe even a cup of thrill. We could share this performance. Pour a cup, never shut up. T is for tragedy and being together. E is for everyone and their equality. A is for being asinine and sometimes up. It's just a cup in time. I like tequila and light, like all of us. Not every moment we can be feeling fine. Pour a cup, never shut up. Come over here, have a moment with me. My name is Miss Lizzie. I don't ever smoke the busy, but we can always share some ditsies. It's just a cup in time. I like tequila and lime, like all of us. Not every moment we can be feeling fine. I want to share a moment, just a second if you will, maybe even a cup of thrill. Share this performance. It's tea time, come sit with me. Come over here, have a moment with me. My name is Miss Lizzie. I don't ever smoke the busy, but we can always share some ditsies. It's just a cup in time. I like tequila and lime, like all of us. Not every moment we can be feeling fine. I want to share a moment, just a second if you will, maybe even a cup of thrill. We can share this performance. It's tea time, come sit with me. Come over here, have a moment with me. My name is Miss Lizzie. I don't ever smoke the busy, but we can always share some ditsies. It's just a cup in time. I like